Have you ever wondered what it takes to keep your legs strong and steady even at 94 years old? As we age, it's common to notice changes in how our legs feel. You might get tired faster while walking, or your legs may feel weak after standing for just a few minutes. For some, climbing stairs becomes a slow and uncomfortable task. These are signs that the muscles in the legs are not getting the support they need. Research shows that older adults with better nutrition tend to have stronger leg muscles, better balance, and fewer complaints of leg pain or fatigue. And it's not just about calcium or protein. What if I told you that certain vitamins help keep nerves, muscles, and blood vessels in good shape? In this video, we'll break down the key vitamins that support strong, healthy legs in older adults. You'll learn what they do, how they work, where to get them from food, and when a supplement might help. But before we start, let us know in the comments below where you are watching from. I would love to say hello. Now let's get started. Number 1, the power of vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because our skin makes it when it is exposed to daylight. Yet after age 60, skin cells may produce up to 75% less vitamin D than they did in youth. At the same time, older adults tend to spend fewer hours outside and wear more clothing for warmth or sun protection. As a result, researchers estimate that between 40 and 60% of people over age 65 have serum vitamin D levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, the threshold linked to weak muscles and brittle bones. Clinical trials reveal how crucial this nutrient is for leg strength. In one study of adults aged 70 to 85, those who maintained blood levels of 25 hydroxyvitamin D above 30 nang/ml improved their time in a 5-time sit-to-stand test by 20% over 6 months. That test, which measures how quickly someone can stand up and sit down 5 times in a row, is a strong predictor of fall risk and overall lower body strength. By contrast, participants whose vitamin D stayed below 20 nang/ml saw no measurable improvement. The reason is found at the cellular level. Muscle fibers contain vitamin D receptors that help regulate calcium flow inside cells. Calcium is essential for contraction. When a nerve impulse arrives, calcium floods into muscle cells, allowing filaments to slide past each other and generate force. Without sufficient vitamin D, the muscle cells cannot handle calcium efficiently, leading to slower or weaker contractions. Over time, that makes everyday movements feel harder and can even double the likelihood of tripping or losing balance. Bones are also affected. Vitamin D enhances calcium absorption in the intestines by up to 80%. If you're not absorbing enough calcium, bone mineral density declines, making thigh and shin bones more prone to fractures. A long-term cohort study tracking 3,000 women over age 65 found that those with vitamin D levels under 15 nang/ml had a 50% higher chance of hip fracture compared to those above 30 nang/ml. Given these facts, it's clear why seniors may need a boost beyond sunlight and diet alone. Natural sources include fatty fish. 3 ounces of wild salmon can provide 450 to 600 IU of vitamin D, and fortified milk or cereals, which add about 100 IU per serving. Yet experts often recommend 1,000 to 2,000 IU in supplement form for adults over 70. Cod liver oil offers an appealing option. 1 tablespoon delivers around 1,260 IU of vitamin D plus omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce muscle inflammation and support cell membranes. For people who begin a daily cod liver oil habit, many notice changes within 4 to 8 weeks. Evening leg cramps become less common. Standing from a seated position feels smoother, and walks that once left them winded now feel manageable. One 82-year-old retiree shared that after 2 months of adding cod liver oil to her breakfast coffee, she was able to participate in a mild chair exercise class without feeling shaky. By keeping vitamin D levels in the optimal 30 to 50 nang/ml range, she and many others find they maintain steadier mobility well into their later years. Number 2, the muscle-saving power of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 occupies a unique place in muscle health because it directly affects nerve function and red blood cell production. Without enough B12, nerves can send garbled signals, causing tingling, weakness, or loss of coordination in the legs. Meanwhile, red blood cells carry oxygen to muscles. Low B12 means fewer healthy cells, so muscles tire more quickly. Surveys suggest that 10 to 20% of adults over age 60 have a clinically low B12 status, and up to 40% might struggle to absorb it effectively. The culprit is often reduced stomach acid and lower intrinsic factor, a protein needed to bind B12 for absorption in the small intestine. You might eat a perfectly balanced diet, but if your digestive system can't extract and absorb B12 from food, your legs suffer. A controlled trial recruited 150 seniors with mild to moderate B12 deficiency. Half received daily oral doses of 500 micrograms of methylcobalamin, an active form of B12, for 12 weeks, while the rest got a placebo. At the end of the study, those on methylcobalamin improved their average gait speed by 0.10 meters per second, a 7% gain, compared to a 1% change in the placebo group. Gait speed is widely used to assess mobility. Even a 0.05 size increase is linked to a lower risk of disability. Real-world stories echo these findings. One 77-year-old man described waking with numbness in his calves that made it painful to put weight on his legs. After adding a tablespoon of fortified nutritional yeast, providing about 2.4 micrograms of B12, into his morning oatmeal, he noticed the pins and needles eased within a week. By month 2, his walks were longer, and he no longer feared standing in line or rising from a low chair. Animal products are the richest natural sources: beef liver, clams, salmon, eggs, but many older adults lower their meat intake for digestion or taste preferences. Nutritional yeast offers a plant-friendly, easy way to close the gap. It contains not only B12, but also other B vitamins that support energy production. Sprinkling just 1 tablespoon on a meal provides the full daily value of B12 and can be as simple as adding it into a soup, salad dressing, or smoothie. Ensuring adequate B12 means your nervous system can send clear, strong signals to leg muscles, and your blood can deliver the oxygen needed for endurance. Combined with vitamin D's support for muscle contraction and bone strength, a B12 habit helps you stay steady as you walk, stand, or take the stairs. Number 3, the joint strengthening power of vitamin C. Vitamin C often shines in conversations about immune health, but its role in collagen production and antioxidant defense is equally vital for leg strength. Collagen is the most abundant protein in connective tissues, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and helps maintain joint integrity. Yet after age 30, our bodies produce about 1% less collagen each year. By 60, that decline can contribute to joint stiffness, slower recovery, and a greater risk of tears or strains in the tissues surrounding muscles. One long-term study followed 800 adults over age 60 for 3 years. Those consuming at least 200 milligrams of vitamin C daily, about 2 cups of strawberries or 2 medium oranges, had 25% fewer knee pain complaints and showed 20% less cartilage loss on MRI scans than those with lower intakes. In addition, vitamin C's antioxidant action helps neutralize free radicals that form during exercise. Without enough vitamin C, chronic inflammation can set in, prolonging muscle soreness and making the legs feel heavy after light activity. Older adults who boost their vitamin C often speak of faster recovery. A 75-year-old gardener noted that after consistently mixing a tablespoon of acerola cherry powder, providing 500 milligrams of vitamin C into his morning tea, his muscle soreness after an hour of planting flowers eased within 10 days. He could bend, kneel, and rise without wincing, improvements that translated into more time spent outdoors and greater confidence in flat or uneven terrain. Fresh fruits and vegetables are excellent sources, Yet factors like dental issues or reduced appetite can limit intake. Powdered forms such as acerola cherry powder, camu camu powder, or a chewable whole food supplement can deliver a potent dose. Just 1 tablespoon of acerola cherry powder can exceed 300 to 900 milligrams of vitamin C, meeting 3 to 6 times the daily recommended intake in a single scoop. That concentrated boost supports collagen formation in ligaments and tendons, helping keep knee, ankle, and hip joints flexible. Beyond structural roles, vitamin C aids in creating carnitine, a molecule that carries long-chain fatty acids into mitochondria for energy production. When older muscles have trouble generating energy, they fatigue earlier and lose tone. By ensuring both connective tissues and energy pathways receive adequate vitamin C, you address 2 key pillars of leg strength: stable joints and steady endurance. By combining collagen support with antioxidant protection, vitamin C helps legs recover, reduces swelling after activity, and preserves tissue health. Whether it is a daily spoonful of powder or fresh produce at each meal, making vitamin C a consistent part of your routine can ease stiffness and keep your knees and ankles flexible for stepping, bending, and balancing tasks. Number 4, the bone-stabilizing power of vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 works behind the scenes to make sure calcium ends up where it belongs, in bones and teeth, rather than settling in arteries or soft tissues where it can cause stiffness or restrict circulation. Though most of us associate vitamin K with blood clotting, the K2 variant, menaquinone, also activates proteins that bind calcium to bone mineral. Without enough K2, studies show calcium supplements alone may not improve bone density and can even increase arterial calcification risk. A 3-year randomized trial involving 244 postmenopausal women compared a daily dose of 180 micrograms of menaquinone 7 to placebo. Those taking K2 maintained bone density in the lumbar spine and hip, while the placebo group lost 2 to 3% of bone mass in the same areas. Another observational study of 4,800 men and women found that higher dietary K2 intake was associated with a 21% lower risk of coronary artery calcification, a factor that can impair blood flow to the legs and feet. Natural sources of K2 include the Japanese dish natto, which can contain 700 to 1,000 micrograms per 100 grams, and aged cheeses such as Gouda or Brie, which offer smaller amounts. Yet these foods may not fit into every diet. Grass-fed butter and ghee, by contrast, can provide around 10 to 15 micrograms of K2 per tablespoon. When paired with the healthy fats that enhance absorption, a daily tablespoon can ensure a steady supply to activate bone-building proteins. Many older adults who begin a grass-fed butter habit share stories of stronger posture, fewer joint aches, and more confidence on uneven ground. One 85-year-old former teacher reported that after 3 months of daily butter in her morning coffee, she no longer felt a catching sensation in her hips when standing. She described her legs feeling lighter and more responsive, a change she attributed to improved calcium utilization and joint comfort. By improving how calcium is handled, vitamin K2 complements vitamin D's role in absorption and distribution, creating a synergy that bolsters bone integrity and safeguards arteries. The result is legs supported by a sturdy framework, able to bear weight, adapt to quick movements, and resist fractures or sprains. Number 5, the energy-boosting power of magnesium. Magnesium is a cofactor in more than 300 biochemical reactions, many of which are vital for muscle contraction, nerve transmission, and energy production. Despite its importance, dietary surveys show that nearly half of older adults fall below the recommended daily intake, 420 milligrams for men and 320 milligrams for women. A deficiency can lead to muscle cramps, restless legs, fatigue, and a slowing of cellular energy processes. A double-blind trial of 120 seniors experiencing nighttime calf cramps tested 300 milliliters of magnesium citrate daily against placebo. Within 4 weeks, those on magnesium saw a 50% reduction in cramp frequency and reported better sleep quality. Another endurance study measured how far participants could walk in 6 minutes. Those with blood magnesium levels above 2.0 mg DL walked an average of 20% farther than peers with lower levels. Magnesium's role in ATP production, the energy currency of cells, helps leg muscles sustain repeated contractions without tiring. It also aids in regulating calcium and potassium across cell membranes, ensuring smooth nerve impulses and preventing spasms. When levels dip, even small movements can trigger cramps or give a feeling of heaviness in the legs. Good food sources include leafy greens like spinach, 80 milligrams per cooked half cup, nuts, 50 to 100 milligrams per ounce, seeds, and whole grains. But for many older adults, digestive changes reduce absorption. Pumpkin seeds offer a convenient concentrated source. 1 tablespoon provides about 150 milligallons of magnesium, along with zinc and healthy fats. Adding them to yogurt, cereal, or a smoothie can be a simple way to meet daily needs. Those who start a daily pumpkin seed habit often report noticeable improvements within 2 to 3 weeks. A 72-year-old retired mail carrier shared that after incorporating 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds into her lunch salad, her chronic calf spasms disappeared and she felt a newfound ease when walking her dog. Her energy remained steadier throughout the day, with less mid-afternoon fatigue. By supporting energy production, nerve function, and muscle relaxation, magnesium helps legs feel lighter, move more freely, and resist cramps that can interrupt sleep and daily activities. Pairing magnesium with regular activity and the other vitamins discussed here completes a comprehensive approach to leg health. Number 6, the circulation-boosting power of vitamin E. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble nutrient best known for its role as an antioxidant, but its impact on leg health goes far deeper. As we grow older, our blood vessels can lose elasticity and become more prone to narrowing. Poor circulation makes it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach muscle tissue, leading to fatigue, heaviness, and sometimes swelling in the lower limbs. Studies show that older adults with higher vitamin E levels have better blood flow measures and report fewer cold or tired feet and legs. In one clinical investigation, researchers measured blood flow in the calf muscles of 120 participants aged 65 to 85. Those given 400 IU of mixed tocopherol vitamin E daily for 8 weeks improved their calf blood flow by an average of 15%, compared to a 2% change in the placebo group. Better blood flow meant subjects could walk on a treadmill for longer before feeling out of breath or leg discomfort. That simple change translated into roughly 30 extra seconds of walking time, which can make standing up from a chair or climbing a flight of stairs easier in everyday life. The mechanism is straightforward. Vitamin E helps protect the inner lining of blood vessels called the endothelium from oxidative damage. Over time, free radicals, unstable molecules produced during metabolism, can damage endothelial cells and lead to inflammation. That inflammation narrows vessels and reduces their ability to expand when muscles need more oxygen. By neutralizing free radicals, vitamin E supports more flexible vessels that deliver blood more efficiently during activity and at rest. Beyond its vascular effects, vitamin E also plays a role in muscle cell maintenance. Muscle fibers generate reactive oxygen species when they contract. In moderate amounts, these molecules help signal the body to adapt and strengthen. In older muscles, however, the balance shifts and oxidative stress can accumulate, slowing recovery and contributing to stiffness. Supplementing with vitamin E has been shown to reduce markers of oxidative stress after exercise in adults over 60. In one trial, participants who took 300 IU of vitamin E for 6 weeks before a walking test had 25% lower levels of a stress marker called malondialdehyde in their blood than those who did not supplement. Many vitamin E supplements contain alpha-tocopherol, but research suggests that mixed tocopherols or tocotrienols may offer broader benefits. Mixed tocopherol formulas provide a combination of different forms of vitamin E, each with slightly different actions in cell membranes. One study in older adults compared alpha-tocopherol alone to a mixed tocopherol supplement and found that only the mixed tocopherol group saw significant gains in ankle brachial index, a measure of blood flow to the legs. That index rose by an average of 0.05 points over 3 months, a clinically meaningful improvement linked to reduced risk of leg cramps and intermittent claudication. Incorporating more vitamin E into your daily routine can be simple. Natural food sources include nuts, seeds, and vegetable oils. 1 ounce of sunflower seeds contains about 7.4 milligrams of vitamin E, nearly half the daily recommended intake for older adults, which is 15 milligrams per day for both men and women. A tablespoon of wheat germ oil offers 20 milligrams of mixed tocopherols, making it a highly concentrated source. Drizzling wheat germ oil over cooked vegetables or mixing it into a salad dressing is an easy way to add active vitamin E. If cooking oils don't fit your taste, snacking on a handful of almonds, approximately 6 milligrams of vitamin E per ounce, or adding pumpkin seeds to yogurt can also help. Some people choose a daily supplement of 200 to 400 IU of mixed tocopherol vitamin E, especially if dietary patterns are low in plant oils or nuts. Consulting with a healthcare provider can help determine a safe and effective dose, as very high intakes of alpha-tocopherol alone may interfere with other nutrients like vitamin K. As with any nutrient, consistency matters. Participants in a 6-month study who maintained vitamin E intake from diet and supplements saw sustained improvements in leg circulation tests and reported fewer instances of leg fatigue during simple tasks such as gardening or walking to the car. One 78-year-old woman said that after 3 months of daily wheat germ oil habit, her legs felt warmer and more responsive, even on cool mornings. She no longer experienced the pins and needles sensation that had plagued her when standing for extended periods. And that's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more health tips like this. Let us know in the comments if you've tried any of these vitamins or plan to start. Thanks for watching, and take care of those legs. They carry you through life. See you in the next one.